best friend or from their friend on the team. Where I could be saying it multiple times as a teacher, as a coach, but they'll just ignore me. Or they'll feel like I'm yelling to them, but their friend or teammate has said, and it'll click. Some different students, different learners, different backgrounds, different genes. So that's why I said I would use the reciprocal as well, partner them up with certain teammates that I know for sure. Let's go get them feedback on what they need to work on, what they're good at, what they're not good at, how they can help the team. Then we go to the inclusion. I'm very big on the inclusion because, like I said, I coach high school basketball boys. And I try to give them a little freedom, but I also want them to know the goal that I'm stating or setting when it comes to running plays, when it comes to certain scenarios, when it comes to certain shots, certain guys who should have the ball, should not. I kind of let them do what they need to do without being robotic, as we say, and I guide them on the way, which I kind of let them know if it was a good play, good, stick with it. Make sure you create good plays when you can. But if it was a bad play, I have to explain to them and use the inclusion style to redirect them to make sure they're doing the good play so we could be successful at the end. Then we got guided discovery. Give them the task or a job that needs to be done and let them figure out how to achieve it. Sometimes we threw our players out there the other day in the game and they was on the run. They really weren't running no plays, but what they was doing was they was figuring out how to be successful. As a young man that's trying to grow up in this world, a lot of things we got to figure out on our own. A lot of things we gonna be told and taught, but some things you gotta figure out what to do at the right time that won't go by the rules that you was taught. So that's kind of what guided discovery was to me. Then you got divergent, and that's giving them the problems and weakness and give them the freedom to figure it out. And we did that a couple games where we tried to sit back and see what they would come together as a team. They really didn't. They kind of argued. Did no one step up and kind of let them know what they should have did, what they shouldn't do. Same thing in the classroom. Certain students would listen to another student. Then there's always that one or two students that want to clash, don't want to come together. And you let them do it, and then at the end, you let them know you should have did this person was right, this person was wrong. Sometimes y'all both could have been right, and you figure it out that way. Then I chose the last teacher style that I feel will help me or will work with me for sport education was learner initiated. And that was because you give the students and players the opportunity to tell me their weakness. A lot of us know our weakness, and it starts early, and we know what we're doing and what we need to do to get better. And me as the teacher and coach, I would support them to better them in their weakness and what they need to do to become better as a player, as a student, or in the classroom. Then we also have to relate a lot of these things that we do in sports to real life. So with me, one thing I noticed every time I got interviewed throughout my life, they liked it the fact that I was a basketball player. And it was because I knew how to communicate with others. I knew what teamwork was. I knew what putting your talent with other people's talent to achieve one big goal, one ultimate goal. And that's one thing that we got to realize in this world. You can't become nothing without the help from others. It all takes people to pitch in to do some type of job to all succeed to become something in life. Yeah, everybody can't be the star player, everybody can't be the leader, everybody can't be the coach, but everybody can win. Everybody could get their trophy, their ring, can succeed. So if everybody do their job and do it well and try their best, then we will all be successful at the end. Another connection to this whole school curriculum in the classes of sport education or in general is certain schools use it without even knowing the definition of sport education. For instance, certain classes that I be in with elementary, we group the students and we let them figure out who the leader gonna be and let them talk about how they feel they can learn something, how they feel they can't. And we do it over semesters of time, which is like sport education. It don't just happen one week. It take a process of months and seasons. And after a while, we go from them discussing to writing it down. And we go from them writing it down to the peer talking about what the partner talked about. So now you have to focus on what they're saying and articulate everything they said in the proper way. Because if not, in the elementary, they go bust out, I didn't say that. And we all know that happens a lot.